What do you do in the off season?
We've been working hard on trying to get our cars built and prepared how Ty wants them, right? And that comes down to setup and interior and everything that now, since we have one driver, we can focus all of our attention on Ty, and we've been trying to refine everything and make it exactly how he wants, and that starts in the shop and the guys building the race car how he wants, and we've had seat inserts repoured, and obviously safety's been a big focal point in NASCAR this year, and so we focused a lot on his safety, and he's improved some stuff he feels like from his side, and we've tried to focus in on all that in December, and we spent a lot of time in the simulator over at GM getting great support from Chevrolet, trying to learn and build on the setup stuff too, and just try to prepare for the season. We come out of the gate fast. We go to LA for the Coliseum, then run the 500, then you're out west for 3 races in the West Coast swing. So you got to accomplish a lot in a short amount of time in the first 5 weeks. So you really work on building up the setups, getting everything done, trying to get the cars built, and then in the meantime doing some updates to the chassis we're all doing during the off season has kind of kept everybody busy.
What do you think you learned from last year, the debut of this car?
We've learned a lot. I mean, we actually joke about that where we were last year going to the Coliseum. Some of us didn't know how we were going to get around the racetrack, let alone put on a race. And they put on a great race, and now we're a year into this, and we've learned a lot about what makes the cars go faster and what the drivers like, what they don't like. NASCAR's learned things to implement to make it better. So I think the product of the racing is just getting better. You see a test going on in Phoenix right now where they're continually working on trying to develop this car and make it better and make the racing as good as it can possibly be and make the drivers happy, keep them safe. They're checking a lot of boxes right now on this brand new car that's only had a year on the racetrack. That's what I think a lot of people forget. It's only been on the racetrack for 1 year. So for us to have a good year like we did last year, really competitive racing, all the different winners, I think is a huge plus. And we sometimes focus on the negative of the car, but I think there's a lot more positive, and they're making things even better as we go. So I think that the future is so bright for the sport, and this car makes it better, keeps the competition closer, and it's going to make it really exciting.
Do you and Ty have a favorite track?
Right now at Coliseum, because we just want to get to the racetrack. I think we both agree that Darlington, we talk about Darlington all the time just because it's just such a cool event. We're excited about there. I'm glad he's running the Xfinity race there announced today, so be even more laps for him. That's a fun race always. I enjoy that race. The Daytona 500 is big to me, being from Daytona, and it's the Daytona 500, so it's big to everybody. So we're just excited to get to the racetrack. Right now, like I said, our favorite racetrack is whatever one we can get to as quick as possible.